Hello again, dear friends. Wanting to connect again and wish you well as we continue on our journey of taking care of ourselves through yoga during this coronavirus pandemic. I offer the hope that all of you and yours are well and that we're all harnessing our energy to take care of ourselves, our loved ones, our neighbors, our friends, and to send healing energy out into the world as best we can while maintaining our distance from direct contact with people. But we can still be connected through yoga, through our videos, through our phone conversations. That was my cat knocking something over. She might be coming in and out of the video today. Her name is Tiger Lily, and she's always very curious when I'm in my yoga room. I've actually created a yoga studio out of our dining room to use during this time, and I will be sharing my yoga practices from this room. I will be practicing my tap dancing. I will be also painting, if I can get to that soon, which I'd like to do. I have a friend who's painting some cards at home to deliver to people at nursing homes, which I think is a lovely idea. And I'm sure many of you are doing things as well. And if you'd like to share any of those, please message me or respond on YouTube and or text me, 860-652-5692. So to avoid talking too long and getting us to our practice, I also will try to build this into 15-minute segments. So I'm calling this part one, which is sort of the opening and the introduction of this yoga practice called Harnessing Power for Healing Ourselves and Others, focusing on the third chakra, the solar plexus, called Manipura Chakra. I'm placing my hand just about the area where it is, below the diaphragm and above the navel. The solar plexus, the color is yellow, the color of the sun, that golden yellow sunlight. And the meaning of the solar plexus is connected in the way in which it allows us to access our own sun energy, our own personal power, our life force, our ability to express our emotions with confidence, to create willpower, to make decisions, to have opinions, and really to find our sense of purpose, whether it be during this time of coronavirus or in general in our lives. The solar plexus chakra is our seat of personal knowing and personal power. It governs our emotional body, and it helps us to become close to our source of energy for acting on those things that we think are important for us to act on, with an awareness of what is the right action. So I invite you to think a little bit about the solar plexus. I'm going to say a little bit more and show you a little bit more. So there are mudras or hand postures for various mantras in yoga. And the solar plexus mudra or hand posture is to place all the fingers together and then to open them a little bit as you create space to connect your two thumbs side by side. So it looks like this from the side. You actually bring the fingers close together and just create a little space between the closed fingers. And then you'll see there's a triangle that you create by putting the thumbs side by side. So if you bring that mudra, that hand posture, to the area of your solar plexus and press in just a little bit, there's a mantra that goes with that, which I will attempt to use, remember to use throughout the practice today. So the mantra is Ram, or Ram is how we chant it, but it's named after the animal, the ram, which is an animal that is very hardy and very able to express its power by lifting its horns up and declaring its power and its presence in the world. It's an animal that tries to and needs to conquer in order to survive. So it's the animal of personal power, the ram. So we will chant just a few times right now. So take a moment, ground yourself, feel yourself. I'm seated in a chair right now. And I'm going to ground my feet into the floor. You can be sitting on your mat or on a cushion. But I'm going to roll my shoulders up, back, and down and send the shoulders down the back. Press the shoulder blades toward each other, lengthen through my neck, and feel the connection all the way from my sits bones, all the way up through the spine, all the energy centers, all the nadis of the spine, the energy centers all the way up to the crown of my head. And I'm actually pressing my feet into the earth as well, since the root chakra goes all the way down the legs, through the feet, into the earth. And I'm going to just take a couple breaths first, maybe go inside, soften your gaze or close your eyes, do what feels comfortable for you, just to connect with your breath before we begin our chanting of the mantra Ram. So just bring your awareness inside, take a couple of your own natural breaths. Maybe you're desiring a big, deep breath. Maybe you want to let out a sigh. And then as you're ready, bring your awareness to this solar plexus area below the diaphragm, above the navel, our seat of personal power. The color is yellow. And together we'll take 3 breaths, and on each exhale we'll chant the song of Ram. If you care to join me, please do. And also, if you'd like to just listen and take it in, you can take in the vibration of Ram for activating personal power before we go into our practice, which will include several postures for the solar plexus, for activation of the solar plexus. Take a moment. I just heard the sound of a bird outside. I'm not sure you can hear it on the video, but I'm just tuning into nature today as well. The sunlight especially, and how the sunlight nourishes all of nature. The birds, the trees, the flowers, everything that's alive and growing, the sun brings life to, brings power to. So just maybe notice your environment today as you go through the day. Take a walk outside, stop and listen, pause and breathe. And for now, take a moment, let's inhale. Ram. Inhale. Ram. Maybe a pause at the end of the exhale, and then another inhale. Breathe in and feel the energy activating in the solar plexus, the seat of our power. Ram. Inhale, exhale, release the hands, just shake them out a little bit. Move your head and neck a little bit. Begin to make a few circles wherever you are, just going through a little organic movement here to bring some fluidity into our bodies, to start to send that solar plexus energy throughout our being. So I'm going to transfer to the mat right now, so please join me if you haven't already gone to your mat. And I'm going to be coming onto all fours and warming up with a few cats and cows, as well as a few short sun salutations before we go into our postures. Postures we'll be doing today are Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Triangle, Warrior 3. We'll be rocking back and forth to get into having a lot of support and energy lifting us and building our power within us to hold ourselves, to extend ourselves, to stretch out in Warrior 3. And then we'll be pausing, shaking out tension a little bit, grounding ourselves, and coming down to the floor for Boat, which also really activates the core and that Manipura Chakra, the solar plexus. Boat, Cobra, we'll come onto our backs and slow down and come back to some nurturing, ending, soothing postures to bring us back to the support of Mother Earth. So take a moment. I'm going to pause here for just a moment and get to my mat. Be right with you.